Just a tiny bit more extension here because I'm almost bottomed out. Okay, right there. See how much we have. Okay, I'm good on the depth there. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Turn Right Machine Works. My name is Keith, and we're back on our number 40 taper arbors, and we just parted this off. So now we have two individual arbors, and we can start working on this end. All right, we went ahead and we faced the face and put a pilot drill in there until we hit the other hole, and now we're just coming in with our 1 3/4 drill bit. We're going to go in 3 inches from where the tip was touching the pilot hole. And we're going to take a look at the bore. We may go ahead and we may just double check and make sure that we want 3 inches of depth to hold our end mill. So we're going to be looking at what we have along the side wall of the bore. It's going to take a couple minutes to run this down through the material until we get the depth here, so we're only about 1/3 the way there now. Okay, right there we're at a 3-inch mark, so we're going to back out. We're going to stick a scale in along the side of the wall there and see where we're at. Okay, before it starts ramping up, it's like 1/700. And just about where it hits that hole there, we're at 3 inches. All right, pull this drill out of here and set up the boring bar. We're going to come in here and take out the diameter close. And we're going to bring the bottom of the bore down square, minimum 3 inches on the depth. You know, I just started reaching in here like I normally do, and I just thought about, you know, I go, oh shoot, I didn't start you off with me, but let me go ahead. Everybody has their own way about going in and locating the bottom of the hole, the diameter, and then whittling out that last little bit. So what I did, I came out to the outside edge, and then I gave it just a little tiny bit of clearance. I rolled it in until I touched and I hit 0, and then I backed it out, turned it on, came in to that position, and then I fed it in about 50 thousandths. Then I came out, gave it 50 thousandths, came out to my Sharpie line here on my ways and my 0 mark on my dial, so I knew where I was at. And then I advance it another 50. Here we are, we're caught up with it now, and I just come on out till I get to my 0, go back in, okay, and now we're pretty flat on the inside there. Let's see how far we actually took it out to it. We're at 2 inches 850 or so. And we have about half of the drill point left. So I'm going to have to back it down a little bit because we only have a certain amount of in clearance in here. That means the tool bit to where the clearance is back here to where you can come in and take another cut. Alright, so we're going to come in here till we touch again. And that was 0 and another 220. We can only take about 20,000 at a time now. Okay, that's about 2,900 or so. We're going to go ahead and we're going to take a couple skims on the outside because we're still down about 1,760 right there. So we have a couple hundred to take out of there anyway, and still leave a little bit of material on there. Okay, now we're just going down to the bottom, just lightly by hand. All right, and that's the same number we were on. Alright, we're going to set 0 there so we know when we're getting close to it. Alright, set up our feed. Here we go. I'm just going to take 25 at a time here. A little fireworks. $200, $100, there. Okay, that took us out to 1,800, and that's nice and clean. I kind of like that feed rate. I think the sparks were just because of the rough surface from the drill cut and the little minute pieces that were on the rough edge were just flying off of there and getting hot as they were being cut. All right. Another 25. I'm going to throw in a little oil just to see if that helped it at all. Doesn't help see it. Alright, I got 1,950 or so there. Yeah, we're gonna take our boring bar out. And then we might use that on the other one there when we get that over here to the lathe. And right now I just want to break this edge and that outside corner as well. So I'm just going to take my tool bit kind of split the difference here of centering on that face. Okay. We got a little bit more to take off the bottom of the bore. We're like 2,975 or so. And like I said before, 1,950, somewhere around in there. Nine 951, 952. All right. And we're going to pull this one out, and we're going to go ahead and drill prep the other one, the 1.25 inch size. We just got done boring this one out. We got the 1.25 inch arbor that we're making. We got it in the lathe ready to do the bore, but we wanted to go ahead and check our fit on the spindle. We came over here and it wouldn't fit in. It would stop before it got there, but now it actually slides in there. We took the inside snap gauges and we found that this hole in the back is smaller than the hole in the main spindle. So we went ahead and we took it down to where it just fits in there, and we're still about 20 thousandths larger than any of my samples that I have in here. So we still have plenty of material to duplicate everything in the finish we want. I mean, it's not detrimental right here. This surface is more detrimental to the fit for the taper. All right, now we wanted to go ahead and we want to see what we actually have in here for a fit. So we're going to take the little block here off of there. So I think we can get in there now. Okay, earbuds. All right. I think I'm good on the air and how clean it is. Just want to see how it feels in there. It actually has about 1/8 of an inch of clearance. The finished arbor that we have is maybe about 75 thousandths in there, and we've got probably I'm gonna guess at 100. Let's see. Okay, we're just gonna measure about the difference of draw here, and we're just under 100 thousandths there. I don't know if I can get it. Actually, if maybe if I'm lined up there, I can probably get this in here. Let's see. No, it's pretty. Okay, 93 thousandths. 93 thousandths on that one. I don't know, I got to check some of my other ones as well. Alright, and that looks pretty close to 1/8 of an inch. 125, if I was holding it, 125. Alright. Let's check this surface right here and the contact in here. Alright, I got some Sharpum. We're going to go ahead and we're going to coat this up. Okay. I don't know if you can see that in there. I'm going to put this in neutral so I can spin this thing. There we go. It is hitting it all out here pretty good on the major diameter, and I can see it starting to fade as it goes in towards this diameter in here. of course, where it was laying down where I slid it in. But looking at the overall roundness there, but it is giving me a transfer of about half the depth of that hole. All right, let's bring you around so you can see that. Okay, yeah, I know. All right, it was just giving me a reminder. I kind of like these new flashlights there, although it's running low on the battery, so it's giving me that signal. All right, let's roll this around. You can see how far in it goes, and that's probably the area that I really went into, but then I rotated it around and you can see it's a little lighter there, but it is nearly half that diameter down in there. That's a good blue contact for a traced fit, first fit up. Pretty good. I like to pull this head off and try it in the main spindle when we get this finalized. We'll check both the universal head and the spindle. Pretty happy. Awesome. Okay, with that locked down with this size here of the spindle, we actually get to see how much that draw really is on there. And it's pretty close to about the 50 thousandths of draw, even though we're talking about the 20 thousandths difference in diameter. The angle compensates for a little bit of difference in that travel. But we're happy that we're this close and down this close to size as well. Alright, next we've got to put in some key slots here so that our keepers, either the square ones or in our main spindle, I actually run round ones. I make round ones and insert them on there. We will give the nose some shape on here, and we'll put a couple set screws in here to hold that, and it should be getting pretty close to bring down the final sizes, and then we'll get ready and we'll probably be doing some heat treat before we go for the grinding. And we have a lot of other things that we got to do before that grinding because we need to set up tool post grinder. Alright, until next time, get her done.